All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, depending on where you are and when you are seeing this. You're welcome back to the Gifted TV show. Shani Salmon Godfrey is your host, and I am your co host. I am Florence. So today we have an amazing person on set with us today. Yes, he goes by the name Dabere Michael. We have other names, of course, but then I choose to call him that, Dabere Michael. He's there's a lot of things he is, right? Like we always do, we will have to listen up to the bio of our guests and we get to know them better, go properly into the show.
As you know, my name is Dabere Michael. I'm from Anambra State. Yes, and I do tech. Like I do tech. Tech is my thing. So I've done a lot of things. Like that's my place of interest. I make products that make people like live smarter. Yes, that's what I do. Yeah.
All right, so Mr. Debera, I went through your work and I saw a very beautiful piece you did. Like, how were you able to build a generator from start to finish? What was your motivation or your inspiration?
The threat I kind of build in myself is that wherever I belong, where yeah, like the school I went to, the organizations I belong, I try to make sure that they get something very very nice from my skill. Maybe like not just me taking from them, but me giving them like what I have. So I have this motivation of making things like a bit smarter, like not being settled with what the way things are. Like the generator I made, that generator is a kind of much smarter than normal generator. So I called it like it's a smart generator. So almost everything I try to make is trying to make everything kind of hybrid. Yes.
So when you say hybrid, can you explain? Is it that you did the generator in a way that you because you call it a smart generator? What makes it smart generator?
Okay, okay. Basically, you can like normally, like normal, normal gen, you have to go to the generator, turn it on, draw the gen, or sometimes use the kick. But this time around, you can now use your remote to turn on the gen or turn off the gen, and then the generator is very, 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 very quiet. And also, I added kind of something in the exhaust system. So you know that carbon emission that used to kill people inside there, like even the engine inside the house or something like that. So we try to eliminate it to at least the 80% is eliminated, leaving 20%. So making it almost safe to on inside the house. Being that the gen is also silent, then you can turn it on from anywhere. Maybe you're inside the house, you can use the remote and kick it to just start. Not to forget, the generator has also the feature of when the fuel finish, the light will still keep coming. Like there's a battery inside the generator, so when the generator is on, it will still be charging the battery. So when the engine off, it will switch over to the battery powered system. That's it.
Wow, wow, wow. This this is super amazing. Like when you turn off the generator, there's still a battery life that can keep the generator going. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. Like how were you able to come up with that? What was your inspiration? What inspired you? Or you just woke up and you just felt like what was the inspiration behind that?
I don't know whether have you ever been in the situation whereby you are maybe watching your show, like your favorite show on the television, and the light goes, or before it just finishes, or maybe one thing or the other. That's the thing there. And also maybe when light goes, assuming that NEPA just went off, you want to go and on the gen, but the strength to go and on the gen is not there. So you can use the remote on the gen, then assuming the fuel even finish, you can still even continue your show until when you want to off it. That's it. So just trying to be uncomfortable with the normal things, the normal way things used to go. That's just it. Like I want Nigeria and Africa to be as smart as America and the Europe, all those countries. That's the thing. That's the what I'm going.
Wow. Wow, Mr. Dabere, that is very lovely. All right, so there's this one particular question I want to ask you. I remember, normal children, whenever they're coming up, you ask them, what do you want to be when you grow up? They will say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an engineer. Have you always seen yourself doing this right from childhood?
Okay. Yeah. On that one, when children are growing up, like most children, you may see them drawing, dress, making some paintings, and maybe drawing some things or trying to build house with sand. You know, all those things are trying to show that the child is actually creative, not like maybe you see somebody, a baby, like a kid drawing something. You see, this guy is going to be an artist when he grows up. That's not so true. So that was same thing with me. I just got the knowledge as early as possible that being able to do all those things doesn't mean that that's my career or that's where I'm going to. That just means that I'm creative. So I was a kind of, I can do a whole lot of things, a whole lot of skills. I have a whole lot of skills, but the part that I am very very good at, like I try to amplify, that's this engineering part. Most of this electronics engineering part, not like the whole engineering. But as I kept channeling myself, like even inside the what I'm doing now, I'm trying to channel myself into the smart world, like not just the whole thing. So the thing is that earlier stage of my life, I was directed that being able to draw, because I could draw well. Being able to draw, being able to paint, being able to do some artistic work and build some things doesn't mean that I'm meant to be doing all those things in the future. So I was now trying to find my passion in the midst of all those capabilities, all those things. That's what got me here. I was just trying to focus on a part of it that interests me most. Yes, that's why I'm here today.
All right, so Mr. Dabere, can you tell us some of the amazing stuff you have built since you started doing all of these things?
Uh, okay, that's really an interesting story to go into. Basically, when I was small, I did some things I will not mention now. But from my secondary school, my SS2, uh, I did torchlights. I did torchlights. I did generator. Yes, yes. In fact, that one is in sales in the market right now. So I did torchlights. I did generator three times, like three different sets of generator. Then I did a car, like a real size car with wood.
Like, sorry to cut you short. When I saw the car, I was really, really fascinated. I'll ask you during our interview. Like, is it a car? Can it actually move?
Of course, I drove it on the day of the exhibition.
Wow, wow. Yeah, continue. You're mentioning the stuff we've done so far.
Yeah, so I did a car, and that was my secondary school. Then fast forwarded to right now, the recent project I just did. I did time management system, like for secondary schools, so that they will be using it instead of bells, normal traditional bells. Then smart home system, like a system that will be used homes to turn on and turn off lights. That's it.
Wow, wow, wow. So, Dabere, tell me, what has been your major challenge so building all of these things? What challenges have you experienced? Or was it just so easy for you? You just wake up and just build it in one day? What have been some of the challenges you faced so far?
Yeah, yes. Normally the challenge used to be finances. But first of all, the challenge is, the eco the like the this part of Nigeria is this part of the world, trying to get the exact information you need, like from the right person. That is not so easy. And like, for example, like for me now, like as I'm still coming up, most of, like, for you to get somebody that will be able to give you that time, and without maybe not collecting that, maybe charging you so much to give you some information that you need, and maybe even getting the community that you need to create something. Like for some time I've been looking for like people that are like-minded people that are going to join me. Let's make this thing happen. But that's not so easy to find. Secondly is the finances, because when you get the ideas, you develop it to the one that the maximum you can do it indoor, like in house by yourself on your papers. Then you need finances to take it to the world. And having said that, being that all these ideas are, when they come so raw. That means that you have to do some researches and some development on it. And the truth is that you cannot really set a budget of your research and development. When you maybe set the budget to some hundreds of thousands, you should end up taking 1 million, because you get this one tried, no work, get this one tried, no work. So you need a lot of finances to develop a working product. We're not just making projects for people to see and be happy. We're trying to make people that people can use, like real life products. That's it. That's the main challenge. Finances. exactly.
Wow. So for you to build, for example, if you want to build a product, okay, let me use the generator because I don't know why I'm so interested in that. So if you, for example, how long did it take you to come up with your smart generator?
You know, that generator took time. It took at least nothing less than 6 months, because I told you I made the first one, made the second one, then made the third one. So it took like three phases to come to that this one I just explained to you now. It took 3 levels to get there. So it really took time. Yeah, but some other like the one project I did, like it's not like for real life use, but it's something. The car, that car took me around. The first one I did, because I did it 2 times. The first one I did took me around 2 weeks to do. It was not really a long time, but that's morning and night too. So it took me around 2 weeks. Then the subsequent one took longer time, but it used to take a lot of time.
Wow.
The thing is that you cannot really estimate the time that is going to take when you are starting. Like the recent project I worked on, I budgeted it for 20 days. Then later, it took 2 months to get to the finishing point.
Wow. Your school must be very proud of you, right?
Yeah, still working on something for them, sure. Yeah.
All right. So you told me your school went for a competition in Lagos with one of your products, and they won. They came out first. So how did that make you feel? You know, when your school came back and said we won, we came back, the first position. How did you feel? How did that make you feel?
I feel so fulfilled at that moment, because at that moment I knew I have done something for my school. I did not just take knowledge from them or take value from them or just answer their name outside like I'm a student of this school. And at that moment I knew I've done something. I've given them back. I've given them back something that's in the place of what I took from them. Yeah.
So looking around you, there is this question I've been in my heart that I thought to ask you. So looking around you and some young people of your age and seeing yourself and this some amazing stuff to do you feel weird sometimes? Weird when do you feel that, oh my god, my mates are not doing this, I'm not supposed to be doing that? Do you always feel that as if you look different from your mates?
That is bound to be, sha, but I am not so much like concerned about that, because in Nigeria there's only one president. So when leaders are being made, like when you're making leaders, it has to be only one leader that you're making. You cannot make 10 leaders at a time. 10 leaders cannot lead a country or a place. So it's not so odd like being the only person doing what you are doing in your space. So I hope, like, I believe that that's a kind of preparation for a higher level where it can be only few people or only me somewhere or that kind of thing. So it's not much of a concern for me.
Wow, wow. So you are trying to say that the peer pressure is not coming your way because you have a vision, right?
Yeah, the fact the project are placing on me is much more than anything I can see outside. Like,
Wow, that is beautiful. So tell us about your company. I'm excited. I want to hear about it. Tell us about your company.
okay, yeah. When I at the moment I am about to conclude my university education, I initiated a company, Dabere. When I started this company, this Africa and artificial intelligence we are not really cooperating. I don't know why. So I'm trying to bring this artificial intelligence of a thing into our life, into our African life. So trying to make things smart, trying to integrate the hardware that we use in Africa with artificial intelligence. So the name of the company is WI, and it's focused on making smart devices integrated with AI for schools and for homes, like transforming African homes and African schools into a smart environment, a smart school, a smart home. So from using from one school, one home at a time.
Wow, wow. So currently, is your company already on that project or you are still in the planning phase of the project?
Okay, we have started already. We just launched our minimum viable product of the time management system for schools, which is currently installed in the Christ the King Secondary School Ibuku. That's my alma mater where I studied. So it's now working there. So instead of using bells, instead of using traditional bells, they are using the time management system to change their timetable. That's it. we have already started. We have had what I'm the phase I'm now is trying to look for funds to develop the project to the peak of it. That's it.
So sorry to ask. So with this project, are you saying you will be needing sponsors and partners to make it a reality?
Yes, 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 yes. You need mostly partners and investors actually, so that you can make it a business because we are taking this into the business aspect of it, not just a kind of a project or a kind of a fun something or yeah, or something for something for the museum. No, we are making something that people will use and find value in it. Yes.
Yeah, I know this question I'm going to ask you right now it might sound quite awkward because I remember the day I asked you about it, you never wanted to tell me because of some backstory behind it. But then many watching this show might be like, is this an old man? Who is this young man doing so much in the tech industry? Alright, so Dabere would like to know. Sorry to ask. You can decide not to answer if you're not comfortable with it. How old are you?
Okay, I'm just 21. Oh.
Well, Dabere is a 21 years old young man doing so much. Like he's doing so much that I can't even list out all the many stuff. You know, someone that introduced him to me told me a whole lot about it. I'm really, really, really excited. So, Dabere, tell us about your scholarship. You said in your bio that due to your creativity and the amazing stuff you do with the tech and all of that, you were awarded a scholarship for your university education. How did it come about? Was there a competition or something happened?
Okay, at that moment, at that exhibition where I drove the car, I told you I drove the car. So at that exhibition where I did drove the car. That was the moment I was awarded the scholarship because it was like what people have not seen. Like everybody just making the toy cars, the toy cars. But at that moment, they see a real size car that somebody can drive that is still being made with local materials. That I think that was the spotlight that drew the person that gave me the scholarship. Of course, the scholarship I just used it to complete my university education recently.
Wow, wow, that is beautiful. So, Deborah, tell me, where do you see your company in the next 5 years? Or is 5 years too much? Should we do 2 years?
In our business plan, we have a lot. Like in fact, in 5 years, we should be the Google of Africa, a Google of Africa, because the picture we are coming with, like the products we are bringing to market, once we get funded, are really mind blowing. Look, just imagine the time management system for schools. Then for schools again, a system that will now mark theory questions, like the way they used to mark theory questions in WAEC, in in all those external examinations. So a system that can take up the marking of the scripts, and they coming to the home automation system. You can now turn on and turn off your lights, check your test, and like all these prepaid meter thing of it. That's this prepaid meter. You can now monitor the energy usage of your house appliances individually. Maybe your AC, your fridge, your the rooms, everything. You can monitor everything, how the power is being consumed, and then you can now just the way you check your phone app to see the one that is taking your battery or taking your uh, data much. So you can now check your electricity usage. Then thirdly, the for the babies, we are not leaving out babies. So the smart baby cots, that cot that they used to put that crib they used to put baby inside. So that thing, we're trying to make it smart with embed it with temperature sensors and the audio and the video, so that you can now monitor your baby. Assuming you're in the kitchen cooking, you don't have to carry your baby to the kitchen. You can be with your phone monitoring your baby, talking to your baby, listening to your baby, listening to see where they cry or whatever. So that's the products we are coming to the market with. So you see that it's not really a child's play. We are really taking over Africa and bringing it to be smart Africa.
So it was a nice time having a quick chat with Mr. Daber. It has been an amazing conversation, or will I call it a chat, where he had to tell us the amazing things he has been doing so far. I'm really, 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 really like I've never seen this before. I hear of so many inventions from people, but this one really threw me off guard. Like build a generator from start to finish. build a real size car that actually moves. It's a whole lot to take in. All right, so it's been an amazing time. I really don't want to end it, but yeah, I promised him it's going to be a very quick one because we have other engagement to take care of. But then I hope you learned something and you enjoyed yourself in this quick conversation that we had today. So, till we meet again in the next episode of the Gifted TV show, Shani Samangafe remain your host. I remain your co host. Of course, I am Flores. So, do wait to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also visit our other streaming platform. Share this video with somebody who might need it or who might be a support system to this gentleman who is doing amazing stuff in the tech industry. All right. Thank you so much, and bye bye.